How's it going, everybody? Cheers and welcome to Jam Happy Hour, coming at you live from the Wine and Music Studio in downtown Napa. And I am super excited to interview our next amazing artist. Her name is Alex Maniac, which is the most amazing last name, otherwise known as Shortly. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers with our big old glasses. Love it. How are you doing today?
I'm doing quite all right here. Yeah.
Nice.
Had a nice
And-
long day.
Yeah?
Feels good.
Good. And what's in your glass?
What's in my
What's in your
glass?
wine-
Oh,
in
it's
your wine glass, yeah.
Thank you for asking. I am drinking a butter Chardonnay
Nice.
by
Ooh.
you might have heard of them. They're called Jam.
Oh yeah, I don't know. They sound cool though.
Yeah. It's good. I like it. This is my first time
Good.
having it and I like it. So
Is it? Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. So now that you have your whistle wet, do you mind singing a little song for us?
yeah, I can sing a little song for you.
All right, thanks.
Of course. So, this song is called Finders Keepers, and I'm going to be playing a lot of these songs just me, intimate with this guitar. Here we go.
All I have is cigarettes to offer you. And all you have are mine you can keep. Don't want it back now. You kiss the pavement every afternoon when you see me leaving with smoke on my breath. And all I have left are pieces of what we had, are tucked away with shameful images inside my head. All I have left are pieces of what we had, are tucked away with shameful images. All I have is a flannel shirt you gave to me, and all you have are mine you can keep. I don't want it back now. You kiss the pavement every afternoon when you see her leave and you pray she comes back. Not unlike me, all I ever left are pieces of what we had, are tucked away with shameful images inside my head. All I have left are pieces of what we had, are tucked away with shameful images. I'm not coming home.
Yeah, here's that song.
Beautiful. Love it, love it.
Thank you.
You have such a beautiful voice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's like so like ethereal and soothing. I can like listen to you all day.
Thank you.
Of course.
My voice goes in
So-
1,000 directions, so it's nice to hear when it's a good
Yeah.
one.
It's a good one. You got a good voice. Yeah. What inspires you when you write your music? Where do you kind of source your inspiration from?
Ugh, for my music, I am kind of inspired perpetually by
Yeah, that's
everything,
great.
and it's kind of scary and sad. But in order to get myself into a spot, if I'm going out of my way to find inspiration, I usually have to go outside and like sit in nature. But a lot of the times, I draw inspiration based on things that I can't stop thinking about. Which is like kind of, pretty like, oh, obviously, but it's like I kind of tune into those things and end up writing kind of like journal entry versions of songs.
I love that.
And then they turn into lyrics, and then they turn into songs. And I think
Nice.
that's how a lot of them go. Yeah.
Awesome. So do you like write what's ever in your head first and then decide to put like music to it with via piano or guitar, or does it ever go the other way around?
It goes in it really just depends on the song.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just playing guitar and I play a little lick that I like, and I'm like, oh, like, that's fun. Let's do that for a whole song. It's fun.
Nice.
And I write lyrics to it. But a lot of the times I just I'm struck by inspiration at 3 a.m. I write a lyric down in my phone, and then I find it 6 months later. And I'm like, oh, that's still relevant, and kind of like mix match pieces together and to like create a cohesive story.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So it goes in every direction.
Yeah.
Lyrics are important to me.
Absolutely. How did you get started in music? How did you find out that you had such a beautiful voice and like could actually play instruments? Because not everybody is that talented.
I started playing piano when I was a kid. I did some of those piano lessons that the adults sometimes have their kids do, those things. And they worked out pretty well for me at first, and then I got lazy and I didn't want to practice, so I dropped that. But my mom was a classical guitarist, so I spent a lot of my youth listening to Simon and Garfunkel and learning harmonies. And by the time I was 7, I was in community theater, so it kind of all
Cool.
just. I'm also a visual artist, so I would say that it all just kind of trickled in as I grew up. I was like, music.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. I think that Shortly was the first time I went forward with my own, this is my music and I'm going to take that back. I think a lot of the time I spent playing music before that was more in tune with genres that I didn't necessarily be part of, or things that I didn't, I was very much the theater kid who doesn't get cast in the roles because I don't have a belting voice. And so I always thought oh, my voice sucks, I don't get my roles. And then I left my parents' house and went to college, and I was like, oh, I actually have kind of a cool voice. And my friends were like, yeah, you should play your music. And so I think that that's how that eventually later in life was okay, yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how that got started. Now
Oh,
I'm
that's
here.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, now you're on Jam Happy Hour.
Heck yeah. I get to drink
Heck
wine.
yeah. Oh, yes, exactly. Cheers. I'm drinking our rosé. It's delicious. It's
Oh, yum.
So you could fit almost a full bottle of wine in this glass, almost. And I think in your glass, too.
I think I could in my glass,
think
yeah.
so.
It's basically the goblet of fire. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Well, my dear, we were talking about your beautiful voice. Do you mind if we hear another song from you?
Of course.
Oh, well, thank you.
So this next song is called Spare Time. I like this song a lot. When I get to play this with a full band, it feels very different, so I'm excited to sit back and play it pretty acoustic for you guys today. This is called Spare Time.
see her out again. I hear that you're doing fine, and I guess that's okay. I guess I don't mind. I was a fool back then. I was out of line. I told you I loved you because I felt alive, and I don't. And I don't. My mother's old brother's guitar strings, if I nearly broken like all things do. Am I a piece of who you are now? Do you carry me around? Do you cast me out like I do to you? Like I do to you. Maybe I should grow up. Maybe I should be fine. Maybe I am make-believe. Maybe I am the puppet strings. Maybe I am the spare tire you spend between your sheets. Maybe I am the spare time that you spend between your sheets. And I am the spare time. I'm your time. I'm your time. It's your time.
Spare time.
Beautiful. And now, what was the inspiration for that song?
Oh man. I think I wrote that song back in like 2016, I think. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
at the time I had just started, I was like halfway through college, and I was just navigating being an adult
Yeah.
the first time. And like kind of moving away from the people that I knew my whole life growing up and making new friends. And I think that Spare Time in general was kind of like a little lullaby at first. And then it got kind of sad, but it was definitely a lullaby for me, where it's like, you know, you move on from a relationship and you hear that the person's doing all right, and that's like, that should be okay, but it's like, for some reason I still want you to feel bad because I want you to care about me, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But just taking that and pocketing it and like growing up and being like, I can just like put this away, I can carry this with me and take it away. And it's kind of what making the song out of it kind of did that for me too.
Nice.
So that's what inspired that one. It's just
Love
being
it.
a teen.
Yeah, that's
Getting
awesome.
out of that.
So, so we're halfway through 2021, and How did the pandemic affect you? Like being in kind of in quarantine? Did you quarantine? Like how did that like, was it positive? Some people had some really good stuff come out. Some people kind of found themselves a little bit more. Like how did that come to play for you?
Yeah, I would definitely say that quarantine was rough.
Yeah.
I did quarantine, for sure. And I am pretty immunodeficient, so I was very scared for a very long time. As far as my artistry is concerned, I think it was a much needed break. I had just spent a lot of time in the studio recording my first full-length album in January of 2020. Yeah, right? So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I just hibernated for the winter. I'm ready to get out and flourish, and then everything locked down. And I think that that's something I needed. I needed to figure out like who I am and what I want. I was lucky enough to be bored, so I was like, I'm blessed to be bored over here. I was able to move and work remotely, and my fiance started working remotely, so we did not have it anywhere near as bad, I think, as a lot of people did. None of us lost any family members, thank gosh, and like stuff like that. But as far as artistry is concerned, at first, I felt very stifled. Creatively, as I said, I like to go outside for inspiration and spend times with people, and it feels like there wasn't a life being lived to talk about. So I ended up doing a lot of internal talking and figuring myself out that way. So I would say that it ended up being a good thing.
Good. That's awesome.
For me, the time was, but I am very glad that I am not quarantined anymore. I'm very glad I have them vaccinated. It's all great. I love that. So.
And so you have kind of a tour coming up in the fall, right?
Yeah.
Nice. That's exciting. So how are you prepping for tour? And are you going to be doing a solo gig, or are you bringing a band out with you? How is that going to be?
Yeah. So I am going to be playing solo.
Cool.
This fall, I am opening for Chloe Moriando on tour across America, which is awesome. Playing select dates. I also play bass in her band, so it's going to be really fun. So because it's, I'm already in there, it's probably way too expensive, unfortunately, for me to try to figure out how to bring my band with me. So I'm just going to be opening solo. Might have a friend up there with me playing some extra instruments, but there's definitely going to be a lot of new songs, and they're going to be performed in a fun way. I'm excited. I've been like planning it. I'm very excited. But I won't have my band, and then hopefully we'll get to do some more full band stuff when that's all done.
Yeah. And so when you're kind of planning to go on tour, like whether solo or with your band, so acoustically or plugged in, how does that change the song? Does that change or I guess how you're going to present it? How do you kind of figure that out?
Yeah, I mean, when I perform solo, I feel very much like I am Shortly. And we go back and forth between Shortly being my identity and Shortly being a band identity. But when I play solo, it reminds me that they're my songs and that I can communicate them in a plethora of different mediums. So for me, it's kind of freeing to play solo because I can just kind of do dramatic pauses and stuff.
Yeah.
That I couldn't tune in with my band and being like, hey guys, we should all drop this part. I can't do that. So when I'm on my own, I'm like, this is my song and I can do what I want with it. And I can move around my voice and stuff. But yeah, so I would say that that's the big difference is I perform them a little bit differently. I think I emphasize more on the lyrics than I do when I'm rocking out as well with my band. It's very emotional.
Nice.
That's good.
That's awesome. And
thanks.
Yeah, that's exciting. And so how many dates are you going to be performing solo? Because you said it was a few select dates, and I see that you're coming to San Francisco, which is pretty cool. Heck yeah.
I'm excited to go to San Francisco.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
I played one show there.
Oh.
And I didn't get to explore the city at all. I got stuck on the bridge, and I was late. I was almost late for my own show. So I was opening for It was tour 2017 with Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties and Chase Hewlin and Steady Hands, and it was really fun and it was awesome. And then I got stuck on the bridge, and then I almost didn't get to play. So I got I drove to the venue, I loaded onto the stage and played,
Oh my god.
sold my merch, loaded up the car, and left. So I did not get to explore, and I'm so upset. So I'm so glad that we're passing through that city, and I get to play
Yeah.
that city, and I get to hang out. And you gotta tell me where to go, because
Oh, I for sure will. Yeah, the city's a great spot. And the rickshaw stop where you guys are going is a pretty cool venue too. So
awesome. I'm so excited.
yeah, absolutely. So we were talking a little bit before the show, and you were saying that you have 2 cute little kitty cats. Do they ever? Have they ever inspired a song?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
They have.
Yes.
Oh
Absolutely.
my god,
they
that's
have.
awesome. That is awesome.
I have, and when they don't, they always end up being a part of whatever song I'm singing, because I have a cat named Goo, and his, you can switch out the word you with goo when you're singing. And so if I'm singing and my cat's there, I'm singing to the cat. I'm like, it's all for Goo. And he's like,
I love it.
I love you. Yeah,
That's
I
right,
love them.
that's right.
But he also, he got sick once, and he was, not looking good. And I was real sad.
Yeah.
About it. And I wrote this,
Yeah.
beautiful, just the saddest song I've ever written.
Oh.
It's about my cat dying. And I was like, but it ended up being a beautiful song. I think I'm going to record it soon. Austin, my bandmate, brings it up all the time. He's like, where's the Goo song? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But yeah, they inspire me daily.
Oh, that's so fun. Goo, I think Goo needs his own song. It has to happen.
His ego's too big already.
Yeah, well, that comes with cat territory anyway, right?
For sure.
Nice. Well, I'd love to hear some more good music from you. I think, do you have anything like fresh that you want to share? Maybe
A new song, perhaps?
maybe fresh and fun.
Maybe. I do have a new song that I was gonna talk about.
Tell us.
So we have news, and that is tomorrow we are releasing the first single from an upcoming body of work. Tomorrow,
Oh,
a single is coming out. It is called Science. This song is nice and fun to play. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much else to say about it. It's been in my head for like 2 years, so I think I've thought all I can about that song. But I'm excited to share it with
Yeah.
everybody, and I'll play it now.
Awesome.
I will.
all right.
It's a nice little tune.
Nice.
I think I am hopeless. I've written all these letters, and I hid them from my parents. I fold and tear the paper. Said I was a child. That's witness on her skin. Yeah. I said it was for science. Said it wasn't sin. You saw your own way in. Who am I? And who are you? Who am I to think of you? I am just a child. I'm not 23 years old. Says I'm making progress because I'm setting goals. But I saw in the paper another ambulance. And if I'm being honest, think I envy them. Who am I? And who are you? Who am I? To think of
There's a whole thing.
Love it. Beautiful, beautiful.
The song is so much more fun when there's a bass there too. Just
Oh,
wait till you hear the
yeah.
recording
I bet. And so, and
Thanks.
that's coming out when?
tomorrow. So I would say probably overnight.
All right. And so people can follow you on your Instagram at shortlymi or your Facebook, all that fun stuff, and they can probably hear it there,
Yes.
I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. It'll be
Yeah?
on Spotify and Apple Music and all of that jazz. And it is all
Sweet.
linked straight through to all of my socials. And yeah, it's all going to be there. It's out there.
It will-
It's going to be fun. There's a little lyric video.
Yes.
It's very cute.
Oh, there is. How fun. I love lyric videos.
I do too. I love lyrics.
know?
I said this.
Yeah,
Lyrics are just
yeah.
so good and so important. They're so fun.
They are. And lyric videos are always great because, you know, like there's like so many songs where you're like, oh, I didn't know that's actually what was being said. You know?
Yeah.
So lyric videos are great to just confirm, actually, oh, okay, that's what I should be singing.
Yeah, I think I come up with my own lyrics to a lot of songs I hear, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Until
Yeah.
I see the
mean,
videos, and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah. You're like, well, which way do I like better? Do I like my way better or do I like the way it should be?
It's like, I think I like my lyrics more. You guys should change it.
Exactly.
It's a
so-
fun little lyric video. So I'm
Yeah,
excited.
awesome. So did you create that yourself? Because I know that you're kind of a creative yourself with like other things other than music.
Yeah. Yeah, so I did not make the video. I didn't make it.
Okay.
But I gave some art
Okay.
direction for it. That's good.
Love
I
it.
had a little GIF thing that I had made. And I had a video that I had made a few years ago. Just kind of like a teenage dream feeling. And I was like, I really like
fun.
the feeling of this video. And I'd been using it on some socials and things with no real purpose for years. So we thought that maybe it would be cool to do a spin on those assets and throw in a lyric video that edits itself. And I think it turned out pretty cool.
That's
so I
awesome.
didn't make it myself, but I had my foot in the door and I was like, let's do this. Let's
love
add
it.
graph paper. And I'm excited
Yes.
for how it turned out. I think it's cute. Yeah.
Very cool. I'm excited to check it out when it's released tomorrow.
Thank you.
And tomorrow it's the big day. Got it. So now you got to drink the butter to celebrate tomorrow when it happens. You know,
I'm
now you got
planning
the
on
wine. Yes.
I've got the wine.
You've got the wine, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I saw also that you have a passion for video game design.
Oh my gosh.
What kind of video games?
I love video games.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of a video game nerd myself, but I'm like old school video game. Like I love Tetris. Like that's my jam.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Old school games are good. You play Super Nintendo? That was my favorite.
Oh, Absolutely.
oldish system. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm a Nintendo kid. I think that I grew up
Yes.
with like every single Nintendo console, like handheld, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, all that stuff. And my dad had the Atari, and my sister, my oldest sister had the Super Nintendo, and stuff. So I just play all sorts of games. Now I play a lot of like PlayStation 5 games and Switch games, and I don't have an Xbox, but I play all sorts of games. And I'm really happy that the Switch has like the old Nintendo game catalog on there, because I can play Donkey Kong Country 2 on my Switch, and that is the goal. So I'm very glad. In fact, I might do that later. I love that game. I love the soundtrack. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those are things that are like kind of like you don't think about when you're a kid, but you know, as you get older, you're like, that's pretty legit.
Well, there's actually the first song I played today, Finders Keepers. There's a whole second lick to it Austin plays that we derived from the Donkey Kong Country 2
No
soundtrack.
way.
So before we had a title for the song, it was just a scratch file called Donkey Kong. And it was just really funny and really cute because my record label was like, I think I like the Donkey Kong. And I'm like, but yeah, I adore those soundtracks. They're so good.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
they're
is so
crazy.
fun. And that's awesome that inspired one of your songs. That's so cool.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I will talk about that for too long, so you can't let me. But video game soundtracks, especially those older ones where you didn't have the hardware to have sample sounds, many samples. So a lot of the things were just built all in on top of each other. There's only so many notes you can play at a time on it, and it just sounds massive in that game. I think the guy who did some of the sound design for the Donkey Kong games just like went in and like typed in code for the songs to like make them. It's just some
Interesting.
crazy stuff. Definitely worth looking into. It is crazy, and it inspired me to play piano more. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I'll talk about video
How
games.
fun. Oh my god, I love it.
very
I
good.
love it. So like what's your like favorite like ultimate video game? Like if you could only play one video game for the rest of your life, like what would that be?
Why would you do that to me?
I know. It's kind
know,
of
I
like
think-
picking like your favorite song or food. No.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. I think a game that I've played probably more than any other game is Luigi's Mansion. It just has, surprisingly
Yeah.
a lot of replayability in Luigi's Mansion. Lots
Okay.
of little things to collect. And if you do it
Yes.
really well, then you get a big old mansion at the end. And it looks cool, so there's the reward there. But it's also like, if you play it through, probably only like a 3 or 4 hour playthrough. So I can sit down and have a glass of wine and play some Luigi's
Yeah.
Mansion and listen to the soundtrack. Get my fix.
And just chill. I like it. That is so fun.
I love video games. So
I like
embarrassing.
them too. It's great. I think it's fun. Video games are legit. 100%. So I play Tetris competitively sometimes, and
You play competitively?
I do. I'm such a dork.
I'm so
I
bad
know.
at Tetris.
And so, but my friend is a DJ, so he like does a soundtrack to the competition, which is super fun. And so he like plays his little DJ set, and like then we'll like go and do competitive like Tetris, where like we each get the same blocks against head to head, and it's kind of fun.
Oh my gosh.
So-
I want to watch
so
around. Link me.
You should. You
Next
should.
time, I want to come. I want to watch you
Oh,
play Tetris. I'll cheer you on.
Absolutely. So I
See
get
you at
I totally
E3.
get the video game thing.
Oh, I love them. I love them so much. I love them
Yeah.
so much.
I
I think that it's my my thing. Other than music,
Yeah?
my thing is games. It's just like I like decompress with games. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It's a good thing to have. All right, so you are going on tour, which we talked about, but I want to know, like, who was your first concert, and who like excites you to see live?
Oh my gosh, my first concert?
Yeah.
Who even knows? I know everybody
Yeah.
has like that first experience, but there's so many different. I think that my first like, I would say like club show, like let's say like Black Box 400, 500, 600 cap style show, was like pretty late in my life, like 2013. I saw
Oh,
a title
wow.
fight. Yeah, I saw a title
Wow.
fight at the Magic Stick, and
Dang.
I hadn't gone to a show before, and I wore flip flops.
Oh no, don't wear flip flops.
I learned
to a
my
show.
lesson. Oh, I learned.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
no flip flops.
I went to one show. Okay.
Yeah.
But then I went to one show. I had flip flops on, and I never wore flip flops again. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Not even outside of the shows. Like I just was like, that's painful.
Yeah, it just takes one time to learn that lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as like who excites me to see, I absolutely love like seeing just ethereal shows. Like really like
Yeah.
like sonically like for instance, people with tracks, if people have tracks and they're just like really beautifully panned and it becomes a whole immersive environment, I'm like, that's
Yeah.
cool. So I want to see
Awesome.
like the Japanese house in 1975 and stuff. Really
Okay,
want to see Taylor
cool.
Swift.
Yeah,
And then
for sure.
maybe one day I'll see BTS. I love BTS.
Yeah, they're fun. So
Stuff
fun.
like that.
Okay, I dig it. I know, it's so fun. Well, it's concerts are coming back, so it's happening. So
I'm so
you'll have your chance soon, I think, to check out those amazing artists. Yeah, I know. It feels like so great to like have live music to actually look forward to, like being in person, going and checking it out.
There's a whole feeling I get when I'm on my way to a show.
Yes.
Whether it's one that I'm watching or one that I'm playing, all of it, I feel like I'm about to go step into another environment. So playing
Yeah.
live stream gigs and things, like this is really fun. We're talking to each other and stuff. When I
Yes.
go on Instagram Live and I'm like playing, it's like, but I'm in my bedroom, man. Like I just don't have the
Yeah.
separation of the environment. I think I really just like that environment.
Absolutely. Well, it's just the whole feeling too. I think of like
Yeah.
vibing off of the people that are there too.
Yeah, yeah. The reaction is important. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Well,
I'm very excited. I've said that 1,000 times, but I'm very excited.
Heck yeah. I mean, it's we all cannot wait. Well, would you like to play another song for us?
Yeah, sure. I'm holding my
Okay.
guitar.
Awesome. What do you got coming up for us?
Oh, what do I have coming up for you? I have a song called Anyone Else. People
Okay.
seem to enjoy this song about
Okay.
communion. It's a fun song.
About communion.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
I have a lot of songs that are kind of derived from like those like inner conflicting thoughts, especially since a lot of this Richmond EP I wrote longer ago when I was younger and still like fiddling around with my spirituality and acceptance and my sexuality and things of that nature. A lot of these songs are very explorative in that way. So this is one of those. Yeah, it's called Anyone Else.
Pull up your boyhood from the ground. With your luck, we'll squander blood. And I'll paint your cheeks with the shade of my lips. You'll thank me for taking the time to be patient with you. You ask me to. If only you could be somebody, you could be anyone else. Do you still love me when I am not taking communion? If only you could be somebody, you could be anyone else. Do you still love me when I am not taking communion? For you, Is it something I said? Is it the way that I am? Did you make a mistake and could I get to heaven? My God, you look so ashamed. Is it something I said? Is it just the way that I am? Then you make mistakes and can I take communion? Or will you all throw it away? Do you make mistakes and will it all throw me away? If only you could be somebody, you could be anyone else. Do you still love me when I am not taking communion?
Love it. Beautiful.
Thanks.
I love it. And so, so your name, which I freaking love, like your actual name is Alex Maniac. Like, how cool is that?
It's such a fun name.
It
I love
really
my
is.
name.
It's so fun.
I'm engaged to be married, and I don't know if I want to change it.
Oh,
Because it's such
yeah.
a weird last name. It's like, I don't know. This is like, this love-hate relationship, I kind of want to carry it with me. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
right? Maybe you
It's
can do like
just
the
such a crazy
hyphen,
name.
you know?
That's an idea.
Right?
I
There's
have to
ways
decide
around
which
it.
side Maniac belongs on.
Exactly. And so, but you go by the name of Shortly for like your musical project. How did the name Shortly come about?
What a question I wish I had a good answer to.
Ah,
I think shortly, I think at the time, I just thought it was kind of edgy. I was like, this is a word that is thrown around a lot, and I hear it a lot. And
Yeah.
I think I, at the time, was writing quite sad music. I think that a lot of this is kind of like, it's deeper, it's harder music, and it's a lot different from the more like commercialized poppy things that I would have been playing prior to that.
Okay.
So I felt very much like I wanted to separate my name from my persona in some way, because the name that I had already been going by for my solo music, I felt that my name just didn't line up with what I wanted it to. So I just needed a little bit of a separation. And so I came up with Shortly. It was a quick thing. I didn't think this would go anywhere. I'd never played shows before. I had a song and I wanted to post it on Bandcamp, and I was at work and I hated my job. So I came up with Shortly and I made a Bandcamp page. I was like, oh, this is, this isn't, and nobody else has this.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of fit into it like a glove. It worked for me. Sometimes I
Yeah.
feel weird about it. People call me Shortly and I'm like, that's not my name. But
who you calling Shortly?
who are you calling Shortly? I, Alex. But
Yeah, exactly.
it's a perpetual identity crisis, so it's fine. But I think at the time it was a name that I just I needed something that encapsulated the idea of waiting and the idea of that anxiety and that anxiousness that comes along with it. And I think that Shortly was a good word for that, especially somebody who had just started college. And whose best things were always on the horizon. It was like, it's always
Yeah.
like, it's coming shortly.
Yeah.
So just named myself that.
I love it. It's fun.
Thanks.
Is there, you had mentioned some of the musical acts that you like Title Fight all the way to like Taylor Swift. Is there like a band or an artist that you listen to that you love that maybe you think that people would be surprised that you're either inspired by or that you just love listening to?
I don't know if there's anything to be surprised about. I mean, I'm a huge
Yeah.
BTS fan, but I genuinely
Yeah?
really adore, I really adore their individual projects a lot.
Yeah. Cool.
I think that Suga is an incredible rapper. Yeah, I'm absolutely I love K-pop.
K-pop is
I would say
really
that
fun.
that's probably a big one. I just think it's so theatrical. It feels like musical theater.
is.
And I grew up in musical theater. So I see these people performing and they're doing their awesome choreography, and I'm a dancer, I was. So I'm like, look at that. Look at all that. I'm like, yes, Jimin. dance.
Yeah.
This is good. So I love that. I love looking at that kind of stuff. At the whole like grandiose performance.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Stuff that's just really eccentric. Been
Have you
listening to
ever
a lot
heard
of
of-
Ash Nico, like stuff like this in your face stuff.
Ash
Yeah.
Nico. Okay, I'll have to check them out. I don't know them.
Oh, it's fine.
have you ever
hyperpop.
heard of Baby Metal?
Yeah.
They're fun. They're fun little. They're interesting. They're fun.
My fiance is very into hardcore and metal and such,
Oh,
and
cool.
so one day they came to me and they were like, "Have you seen this?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"This is I don't know. This is kind of badass. Like, I love
Yeah,
it."
right? It's kind of fun. It's unique. Yeah, I saw
Gwar.
them. Gwar. Oh, I love Gwar. Yeah, they're great.
It's theatric. I love it.
It is.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. It's beautiful in its own twisted way, which is cool.
Oh, of course. I don't know. There's
Yeah.
something to it. There's something to music that you can listen to and only imagine in a stage setting that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
It makes me, like I said, it makes me feel like I'm listening to Broadway soundtracks. Maybe that's
Mm-hmm.
my graduation from listening to Broadway soundtrack into listening to just absolutely off the wall music. That should be. It's like it's got to have a dance to it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything that I've listened to that's necessarily shocking since I'm pretty open about that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it.
Greg said, "I can't believe we finally had a Gwar shout out."
Heck yeah. I mean, it's bound to happen, right?
At one time or another.
At one time or
Just
another. They performed in the town where I grew up, and the venue had just redone their floors, and it was all beautiful or whatever. And they
no.
came and right, and they came and they did their performance, and the whole floor got covered in fake blood, which was hilarious and awesome. So it was like
Sounds about
stained
right.
with fake blood. Yeah.
Yeah. It's my we're here in Detroit. We have ICP around here, and so
Oh my God. Yes.
ICP has like gallons of Faygo that they just spray at the audience during their shows.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so many nightmare stories from different promoters that are like, "I had no idea," and then there was
yeah.
Faygo everywhere. Then like a truck just full of Faygo shows up to just
Yeah.
destroy the venue. It's like hard rock.
Oh man, love it, dig it.
Love it.
Um,
I love that
So-
theatric stuff though. Yeah.
yeah, it's so fun. It's so cool. So we're kind of nearing the end of the show, and I'd love to know like what's coming up for you besides the tour that you want people to know about, that people should just get excited for with you.
Besides the tour
Yeah.
and the incoming music, for myself, let's see.
Yeah.
Like just me and my life.
Sure, whatever you want to share.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I feel like I've spent so much time just looking at those things. It's hard for me to think of all of the other things that I'm working on. I play a lot with Chloe now, so anything Chloe related. Oh yeah, hey, I play bass for Chloe, and she's
Yeah.
opening up for All Time Low in a couple of weeks. In
Oh my
Chicago.
God, how fun!
So I get to play bass opening for All Time Low. So I
Sick.
am looking forward to that. So you'll see lots and lots of Instagram stories from me crying and trying to pretend that wasn't my favorite band in high school.
Oh my God, how fun! How cool is that, right?
Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. I'm so happy for her and I'm so happy for me.
Yeah, I mean, you're a part
Yeah.
of that. That you're definitely a part of that. So that's,
I
like,
am.
how cool.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
And I
that,
saw that. What's that?
No, I was just thinking.
Oh.
I'm not good at thinking on my feet.
Well, I saw that when you were with her and her band, you guys played on Jimmy Kimmel. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How was that
We-
performing on one of those late night shows?
Oh my gosh, we did two of them. We did Kimmel and we did Corden. And
Oh,
it
cool.
was crazy. It was absolutely insane. For us here, since we did some pre-recording here, it didn't feel so totally different from playing a show. Other than you do this song like 15, 16 times in a row.
Oh my
But
gosh,
it was
really?
like, yeah, and then you get the best take. Isn't that
Okay.
interesting? So I'm sure
That
things
is.
are, I don't know. There's like these things are all a mystery to me. So I'm learning. I'm like, oh, is that how this works? Wow.
It's just
so
getting
I'm
you prepped for when you do that solo
Oh yeah.
with your band.
with my band.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see. I would love to. It was an absolute treat to be
Yeah.
invited on by them. It was just really cool to be able to say that, hey, I did that,
Yeah.
And I'm happy that Chloe and the team wanted us in the frame as well, playing like real and live. It felt
Cool.
really fun. It felt nerve-wracking. It was our first time performing as a unit, and it was
Oh,
on TV.
wow.
So
Wow. Yeah.
that's great. So it was a lot of that, a lot of nervousness, and a lot of like, wow, so that's what this is like. And then going to bed at like 2 a.m. because you got to stay up late for late night TV. Yeah,
Seriously.
but it was fun. It was cool.
Oh, nice. On a different note, have you ever been to Napa before or to wine country?
No,
No, you got to. You got to come out, check it out.
I
Come
will.
and check us out in Napa at the Wine and Music Studio. We have guitars on the walls that you can play and wine. I mean,
can play?
you know, yeah.
Okay, I'll definitely do it.
Absolutely. You'll have
I
to plan
will.
a trip. You'll
I
have to
love
let
it.
us know.
I've got a lot. I want to travel so bad. I'm so excited for tour because I have been in this apartment for like, just way too many months, I would say.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
a visitor.
Cool.
Hi,
Oh, is that a little nugget, a little kitty cat?
little guy. His name's Keo.
Oh.
Hey,
Hi, Keo.
buddy. He wants in. It's his moment.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not getting enough attention, Mom. So
Gotta
gotta show me some love. what a
He's
cutie.
making little. I hope he stops. He's gonna start screaming for food. He's gonna go.
Oh, is it dinner? Is it dinner time?
It is for him. That's what he thinks.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to hear some more music from you. Do you maybe want to do a twofer for us and do a back to back?
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's see,
Depends on
should I
what you
play
got
then?
prepared.
I have. My fiance is here taking care of the cat so that he doesn't get in my way. I have a song that I can play, and then I have
Okay.
another song that I can play. But I have to
Okay.
change the tuning after the first
Cool.
one.
Well,
And
we
the
can
tuning for
chat
the
while
second
you're
one.
tuning. So yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
We got you covered,
Let's
girl.
do that.
Okay.
The song is called Mapping. I released it with Austin and Chris back in probably mid 2019 as a double single with another song called Haven. And I'm going to play Mapping right now. Acoustic.
Oh my God, hold on to me. 'Cause there are things you've seen that I have yet to see. And trace your eyes all along my body. And you're undressing me. And you're undressing. If I can keep my head on you, would you stay around here for some 100 years? Your lips, your eyes, halogen lights, and I spit all around. Some bad in you. Oh my God, hold on to me. 'Cause there are things you've dreamed that I have yet to dream. Like a cigarette that never burns my skin. Like a different me who never let you in. And there's a lit match that never burns my skin. There's a different me who never let you in. You're interesting.
Beautiful, beautiful. Love it.
All these sad songs.
Yes, but they're beautiful though. They're really,
Thank
really
you.
lovely.
I have one more, and it's called Two. And
Okay.
it's a nice song. I like playing it.
Awesome.
Thanks. Thank you for listening to me. This happy hour has been fun. I enjoy being here.
Yes.
Thank you for having me,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, thank you for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure.
I wish there was a way for me to mute an acoustic as it tunes, so you're not just listening to me go.
That's okay. That's part of the fun process of it, though, right? It's like, you know, we get to be
Oh my
like
gosh.
behind the scenes, checking it out.
That's what it looks like when I'm tuning.
Yes.
Because I'm just like kind of anxiously like, oh my gosh, you have to finish tuning. Okay, but now I'm done. I've finished it and I'm ready to move on.
It's perfect.
This last song is called Two, and it is also on Richmond.
Okay.
That doesn't sound like it's so in tune. That doesn't sound so good. We're gonna fix that real quick.
Oh, yeah. You'll get it right. For sure.
I mean, I want to show you the song, but not if it sounds like that.
Well, while you are tuning your guitar,
Right.
I'm going to be sipping on some delicious rosé all day. You know,
Oh.
while you sip on some butter, which you can get
got
in the
that butter.
stores. Got that butter. Yes.
Yeah, they're over here in Detroit. Everybody, it's in Detroit. Come get it.
Oh, butter is everywhere. People love
so
butter.
good.
You know, it is. I mean, we're thankful for butter. I mean, it's right behind me. See, oh wait, it's over here. Right
It's
there.
everywhere.
Butter.
Butter, 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 butter.
Butter, butter.
Butter.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you.
I think I'm gonna name my next cat Butter.
That's actually a really cute cat name.
It kind of is. Actually, you know what? My last cat, my poor baby, he passed away from cancer, but I did call him Butters like all the time. But he was a black cat, but I actually did call him Butters. Now that I think about it, it's kind of funny.
That's so cute.
It
I
was.
love cats. I love
I
cats.
know. His
I'm
name
gonna
was
cry.
Tucker, but that was because I couldn't call him a word that rhymes with Tucker, if you know what I'm saying.
Ooh.
And but I also called him Butters, and he was so cute.
Oh, I love cats. That's a cute name for a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
Here's two.
Okay.
I like this tuning a lot, and so
Good.
I think that a lot of the songs on the new record are in this tuning.
Love it.
Something for the guitarists who are listening to give me a cool guy nod on that one. All right, here it is.
think I wanted to be found in the back of the van in the outskirts of town, needle in hand and liquor in my mouth, so you'd worry more. I wanted to feel safe, someone who cares with a frown on their face. They know how I worry about everything. I can't control if I'm playing God. I have to be losing. A white flag is raised in this burning around me. A girl who cries wolf when there were only puppies. Who I am now and who I wanted to be. There are two separate beings entire. And if I'm playing God, I have to be losing. And if I'm playing God, I don't know I couldn't be.
That's it. Thank you.
Woo! Love it. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us on our Jam Happy Hour and presenting the amazing tunes, the amazing conversation. It's been amazing.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for chatting with me. I look forward to seeing your Tetris tournament.
Yes.
Please link me. I'm
Oh,
here
I
to
will.
watch. Okay.
Absolutely will do.
All right.
And if everybody that's tuning in has had a great time and has enjoyed Shortly's amazing tunes, please drop her a little tip. And we have a little link here for PayPal. And show her some love. And follow her on all of the socials, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, all the good stuff.
There will be
And,
photos of my cats, a plethora of them.
Heck yeah. Love it.
Thank you guys
Well,
so much for having me today. It's been really
yeah,
fun.
thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers again. Okay. Bye.